You've been quiet for a long.
As we come together tonight, I want to take a few minutes to reflect on three things. Where we came from,
but because life made you
where we are today, and where we are going. Our story is a humble one. In 2019, ACANPUS began with Cameroonian nurse practitioners connecting through a WhatsApp group. That was it. It was just a WhatsApp group. We were more than 100 professionals sharing information, opportunities, and just life at work and in the field. Then around the kitchen table, a few people asked the question, why don't we make this happen more? From that conversation,
you can count them in 2, 3, 4. So, but one of them is the MC for tonight. And if you guys know him, he is our Obama of ACANPUS. Tall, elegant, handsome, eloquent, sense past, giving past 99 Please, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for our one and only Dr. Franklin Fruit.
Shut down the city, shut down everywhere. And then we ain't joking, huh?
Thank you, DJ. And Madam VP, I'm honored. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It's been a long week and good to see you again, looking fabulous tonight. And handsome gentlemen. And it's an honor again to host an ACANPUS event. When I say it's an honor, because we have eloquent speakers in this house. I mean, we were loaded this week with some eloquent speakers. I could say I recognize them, and they could have hosted this event, but when they asked me about this, I'm like, okay. So without much ado, let me first of all start by welcoming you. Again, as you heard, I'm Franklin. I go by that, and I just want to say to my distinguished, esteemed colleagues, I'm inclined to face you all this way, and I'm not used to. I speak and I move. But however, we are all leaders, and I just want to thank you guys for honoring this gala tonight, because we're here for a reason, not just tonight. We came in early, sometime Wednesday. We've persevered, we've stood strong, we've pretty much stood tall, let's put it that way, and went through all the education, went through all the knowledge impacted onto us, because we wanted to understand the expansion of our function, of our career, of our profession. We wanted to uncover those new roles that are out there that we know or not know about. And tonight, we want to celebrate that in this gala event. It's going to be a night of excellence. Of course, you are all leaders. I would say a night of leadership as well. And of course, an extraordinary impact in advancing our role as nurse practitioners. So that's our purpose for tonight. Our program is pretty much jam full, but we have very limited time, so we're going to go through this like an X-ray. We're going to speed through it as much as we can, so we can accommodate that. With that said, I am going to, at this moment, give some housekeeping logistics, those that just came in. We are all familiar with the hall. Through this door, to my left, that's where we have the restrooms. Dinner is being served out there. I think at some point they're going to start picking that up. We have a bar right there on my right-hand side. Just want to put that out there real quick. Permit me, I'm working on multiple screens, so let me recognize some particular folks. Like I said, we've been here since Wednesday through Saturday. And this could not have been very possible without the executive of ACANPUS. However, this whole program, I'll call it a program, it's a project, let me put it that way, was managed and chaired by our very own VP, Madam Dr. Marita. Please give her a round of applause. She coordinated this like no other, together with her executive support. Meetings every week, every Wednesday, whether you like it or not, they're sending you the link. You have to join. So this is the outcome, this is the output, and we are grateful for that. And I want to say, Madam, can you start with an opening of this gala night? You are the chairperson of this project. Give us a word of welcome, and then right after that, we'll hear from the president of campus. Thank you.
Good evening again. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I can hear you. Good evening. Thank you. I'm always happy. That's just maybe when I'm sick, when I'm poor, when I'm broke, I'm still happy. Amen. So you will never see sadness in my face whether you like it or not. But anyways, I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. And thank you most especially to the executive. You worked so hard to make this possible. And you guys look all beautiful, all handsome, and the food is good, the DJ is superb, the cameraman is just taking very beautiful pictures, and we are going to have fun tonight. Don't worry about the crowd, it's about the quality. And we have quality people in this house tonight. And so, when you're mingling, know that you're not stepping on any funny toes. You're not stepping on the middle, what did that, mid-level people in this house. It was funny though. But anyways, I just want to say welcome, and I just want to thank the president for making me chair for this occasion. I guess she knew I was up to the task. I don't know what pushed her to make me chair, but she did. Her spirit told her, and I appreciate you, Madam President, for doing that. I tried my best. That's all I could do. But it wasn't a single-handed thing. It was a teamwork, because the team worked. I mean, they worked day and night. And that said, I would like to introduce to you the president of ACANPUS. If you haven't seen her, it's because she's not that kind of a person. She passes here and there every now and then, and she's usually in the background. But she works out her ass just to make sure everything goes smoothly. I appreciate her so much. I love her so much, and I sometimes just wonder how she does it, but she made it through. She is no other person than our darling sister, our beloved auntie, our beloved mother, Miss Jane Shitty. DJ, put that station number as my president walks up to this floor. I want to see you go. And please hear her for me, show her some love. Show her some love and have some hope. She did it, she did it. She made it possible. So give her an honor on her side. President of the campus. No one can beat her. Yes, yes. Thank you very much. Thank you. You may have a seat, and thank you very much. Madam President, the floor is yours.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much, Okay. Now, give me 1 minute. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, fellow colleagues, friends, sponsors, my ACANPUS family, good evening. As we come together tonight, I want to take a few minutes to reflect on 3 things. Where we came from, where we are today, and where we are going. Our story is a humble one. In 2019, ACANPUS began with Cameroonian nurse practitioners connecting through a WhatsApp group. That was it. It was just a WhatsApp group. We were more than 100 professionals sharing information, opportunities, and just life at work and in the US. Then around the kitchen table, a few people asked a question: why don't we make this something more? From that conversation, and through one of our founding members, the early members who believed in an idea, ACANPUS was born. In 2021, we officially launched this organization in Ohio. Then we brought around about 75 nurse practitioners and nurses. In 2023, we held our first education conference in Dallas. That was a challenge. We thought we had a challenge then, and then came 2025, when circumstances made an in-person conference difficult. But we adapted. We held our first virtual conference under the theme Elevating Nurse Practitioners, New Frontiers, New Possibilities. Then we offered 5.5 CEs. Worth mentioning is that our conference in Dallas, we offered 16 CE credits. Okay. And here we are in 2026 in Maryland with our educational conference theme, Expanding Roles, a new era for nurse practitioners. When I opened this conference, I said, what an interesting time to be a nurse practitioner. And truly, I think we have lived it this past 4 days. Think about the journey of ACANPUS, from a WhatsApp group, to a kitchen table, to Ohio, Dallas, a virtual conference, and now in Maryland. That is what it looks like to be stronger together. We should celebrate how far we have come, but we must also recognize that our journey hasn't been an easy one. It has had a lot of challenges. We have struggled with membership, participation, finances, leadership, and getting people consistently involved and responsive. But we're still here, tagging along. Our commitment to professional development has remained strong. Through our conferences, webinars, educational seminars, mentorship, networking, and professional conversations, we have continued to work towards a mission of uniting and empowering Cameroonian nurse practitioners all over the United States. And we are beginning to move beyond education alone. We are looking at community outreach here in the US and partnerships that would allow us to give back to Cameroon. We want the knowledge, opportunities, and resources we have received to translate into something meaningful to other people. Because ultimately, success is not only about what we have achieved ourselves, it's also what we do with what we have been given. Remember, to those who have been given more, more is expected. So what does the future of ACANPUS look like? I envision an ACANPUS that reaches Cameroonian nurse practitioners all over the 50 states of the United States. How many states are represented here today? Less than 6, I think, about 6. How about the next time we come here, we have at least one nurse practitioner from every state in the United States? That's where I want ACANPUS to be. I see a strong mentorship program connecting experienced nurse practitioners with students and new grads. Who hasn't felt mentored during this conference? I see scholarships helping the next generation of nurse practitioners achieve their dreams. I see more of our members becoming leaders, educators, entrepreneurs, advocates, researchers, and decision makers. I see stronger partnerships and sustainable health projects in both the United States and in Cameroon, and we have started that with the Cameroon Pharmacy Association conference. And most importantly, I see a pipeline of new leaders who will eventually take ACANPUS further than those of us leading it today. But the future would need participation. It will need each and every one of us to put in the work. We need people willing to serve, mentor, volunteer, lead, contribute ideas, and simply show up. Please just show up. Sometimes you think showing up is not good enough, but showing up can be as good as doing the work. Finally, none of what we have accomplished today would be possible without people, without you, without the organizations willing to believe in our mission. I want to sincerely recognize and thank our sponsors and partners, the Cameroon Pharmacy Association CAMFRA, GOCO Health, Beyond Financial Reset, Enchantment Healthcare Partners, Care Vibe Healthcare, Paramount Healthcare, Kitchen Near You, and all those that still plan on sponsoring. Your support is more than financial assistance. It is an investment in education, health care, our communities, and the future we are trying to build. To our speakers, our volunteers, our committee members, all the conference planners, and everyone who worked behind the scenes, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. This would not be possible without you. To every ACANPUS member, this organization is as good as what we collectively choose to make it. We are as strong as the sum of our individual strengths. We started around a kitchen table. Look at where we are at today. Now, imagine where we can be 5, 10, 15 years from now if we work together. Let us continue to educate. Let us mentor. Let us lead. Let us serve. And most importantly, let us continue to be stronger together. Thank you. And may God bless ACANPUS, and may God bless each and every one of you. We couldn't have done this without you. Stronger together. Now, you know, I did talk a lot here about our struggles. You know, we have had all these conferences the last few years, and every time we think, what can we do to those people who help us? And this time we just said, how about we just give them an appreciation? Because sometimes we think, oh, let's get them this, let's get them that. And then you never get there. So we have a bunch of certificates here. And I will start by issuing all the certificates. They are all certificates of recognition from ACANPUS to the people who've made ACANPUS what ACANPUS is today. Let's start. Now, let me tell you something about this lady here. This is somebody who has worked hard. Like, she is available 24 hours a day. If you call her, she picks up her phone. She is ready to call you out. I remember her calling me one day after a very terrible meeting we had. And she was like, Madam Percy, how do you think the meeting went yesterday? I was like, of course, it didn't go fine. And she said, okay, what can we do? I'm like, you know what, Sylvie? I have no clue. And that was about 8 o'clock in the morning. And by noon, she came up with a whole plan. now, and she called me and she said, Prissy, this is what we're going to do. That was when we were preparing for a virtual conference. She was like, okay, we're now in May. This is what we'll do, week 1 of May, week 3 of May, week 2 of June, and she came up with a plan. So she's that person who will call you out and help you grow. I am who I am today. I'm sure they're surprised listening to me talk today, right? I am who I am today because I had people like them. So, Miss Sylvie Moore Akwe. Please. Here because she presented during a virtual conference and she talks money. If you have any questions about money, ask her. She'll give you the answer.
I take, no give.
Okay. Our next person, you guys have seen him here. He's been up here. Okay. That's our Obama of our campus. He's the last man standing. Okay, he's the only man standing here. Sometimes he sits around and he has like 20 women around him, but he still shows up. Okay. He's been the most supportive ACANPUS male, and he's been here since 2019, since the conception of ACANPUS. And again, we have 2 certificates because he presented during our virtual conference, and he presented this conference, and Dr. Franklin Fu, ACANPUS. The next person here, when you see her, you cannot imagine what she does. She works as if she steps on an ant, that ant will not die. Okay. So soft-spoken, so gentle, but so powerful. She keeps each and every one of us in the exco on the check. Well, Monday, Vicky is sending us all our tasks that we're supposed to complete pending our Wednesday meeting. She works. You cannot even imagine what this lady does and how subtle and gentle she does it. She's very smart and very, very beautiful. Now, Dr. Anzik, I am honored to present this certificate on behalf of our campus. We sure appreciate all you do. And thank you for being a very important ACANPUS member. Now, our next recipient is a newly minted GNP. Very, very smart. And she calls it as it is. Okay. And sometimes she says, maybe I shouldn't talk. But she can't help herself. Okay. And when she finished her DNP program and came over to our campus, she looked at every contract. She looked at this contract we signed and she said, Percy, how did you sign this contract? And did you say this? Did you say that? I'm like, I didn't say those things. I signed them. So she read all our contracts, and she was, after looking for an AV person for about how many months, Lois came over and it's like, come on now, you guys can see this? This is affordable. And she got it all done in a week. So Dr. Lois Mofo. Okay.
Toujours empilé, en bois je ne fais plus la malade, mais rajoute du champagne dans les nappes. Bébé, bébé, où t'es, bébé, où t'es? Franchement pas la copinade, je ne suis pas le mec à Pilar. Où sont passés ceux qui nous disent de faire la queue? Où sont passés ceux?
Now, during our virtual conference, Dr. Atem said, oh, I know somebody who can talk. Have you guys ever heard? Have you guys heard of psychodermatology? I'm like, I don't know what that is. So we had our very own Dr. Sontia Tongawa present a topic that a lot of us had never heard it existed. So Dr. Sontia, ACANPUS thanks you for all you've done. And as you can see, she got 2. She was a panelist during this conference. Thank you for all you do for ACANPUS, Dr. Sontia. We should appreciate you. I'm going to talk about could not make it here last minute. So I one and only Mrs. Sati Forward. That's the person who came in last year during our conference and increased our visibility tenfold. So we will be taking this to Misagi, and just for the record, ACANPUS sure appreciates you, Misagi. Please continue to be who you are. Thank you. And the next person is Dr. Maria Sele. She's not here too. She was here all through the conference, and she presented on breast cancer. But she couldn't make it here today. She's been a very important, and her contribution to ACANPUS has been that which it's unimaginable. Okay. And she talks, when you see her talking about breast cancer, she's like, okay, this is it. So, our next, all right, let me tell you a little bit about, I just got to know this girl just a few months ago, okay? And when she came into ACANPUS, she just changed our, what's the word I'm looking for? Our strategy, right? She came in and she was like, who do you guys think you guys want for your speaker? I'm like, maybe we would have, who are we thinking about Miss VP? And she was like, how do they know? That's not happening. And she got on it, and she provided, she connected us with 99% of all our speakers during this conference. She is the person who, after listening to her talk, I asked Dr. Atem, how old is Dr. Atabo? Because she talks like, she walks into a room and she just commands it. Dr. Atabo, you might not understand, but at campus, for the few weeks you have been a part of us, you have changed our trajectory. Yes. You have, in fact, I am a big sister, but to tell you how much this girl has inspired me, maybe I'm talking like this because I heard her talk. Let me know. Unfortunately, she's not here with us today, and we miss giving.
She is.
Oh, okay.
Confused. I mean,
All right, okay. All right. Dr. Bentu,
music for her.
ACANPUS. Inspire a lot of us. And we are living here hoping to be like you someday. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
Are we done?
Done.
All right. Thank you guys.
Thank you guys. I know this is going to be a surprise to these people because they don't even know this existed. And like we all know, we have some people who put extreme effort to make this happen, and we can't go on recognizing who they are. I'm going to call them because we've called them several times and you all know, so I won't make any noise about it again, but I'm going to call 3 people to step on the podium right now. Sylvie Moore, please come to the podium. President, please come to the podium. President, please come. And Dr. Isaac, come on. Thank you very much.
Thank you. When somebody stands here and recognizes the folks that make an organization as great as this, it just goes without saying. Sometimes, as a servant, as a leader, you don't even recognize what you do. You spoke of how well you've grown by hearing somebody else speak. You spoke of somebody that don't like talking in public, but now you're open. Thank you for leading this organization. It's an honor to present to you because of your sacrifice, your hard work and dedication. ACANPUS says thank you. And it's an honor to present this plaque to you, Madam President.
Wow.
So you want right?
And Dr. Isaac, you know how much I love him. The two of you actually look like twins, but you all do the same things. But thank you very much for all you do. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And you want to cry?
Yes.
Go ahead. you see how naughty she is. That's how she does it all the time. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. We love you. All right. I think the rest of them, they are not here. We don't need to go and announce them. We'll just hand them to their.
On with our CEs and education, we had a keynote speaker earlier today. However, it is a GALA night. We are going to be crazy and closing this conference here in Baltimore, Maryland, with another keynote speaker, a powerful one. When they commissioned me to read the bio of this speaker, I was like, where do I start, where do I end? But that notwithstanding, it pleases me to introduce to you a very strong keynote speaker for the night, for this GALA event. Please, ladies and gentlemen, this lady, this woman of substance, is a national, international recognized nurse executive, a researcher, an educator, and health equity advocate, serving as a senior vice president of equity and engagement at the American Nurses Association. She is a leading voice on the nursing workforce transformations, diversity, equity, and of course inclusion. Belonging She's a leader in development and systemic change in healthcare. With extensive experience in executive leadership, scholarship, and national policy initiatives, this woman of substance, leads the National Commission to address racism in nursing, what we've all experienced at some point as professionals. So, she definitely has that well-being and equitable structure to really change our healthcare environments. Her research, publications, media appearances, and leadership have really positioned her as one of the most influential nursing leaders in the United States.
Wow.
A distinguished fellow of the American Academy of Nursing, AAN, the American Organization for Nursing Leadership, and Royal College of Surgeons in Ireland. Ladies and gentlemen, it pleases me to introduce to you Dr. Katie Boston Larry, who is an award-winning author, speaker, an advocate. Her whole work continues to shape the future of nursing and healthcare across the globe. Please give it up for our organization.
I should have danced up here. I just I just want to say I'm so grateful to be here with you, Madam President Jane Francis. Leading associations today is not easy. And as you said, it's that engagement piece that is very hard to get people in the seats or in these places, and people don't realize how special they are until they're gone. It's kind of like the success of vaccines, then all the things that are happening about that right now, where it's a victim of its own success, particularly here in the U.S. So I just want to commend you for your leadership, you and your team, and please give her a hand, because I know, especially during this time, we're in an era of mistrust. You know, everyone's not sure about why are we doing this, who is this company? Everyone thinks about conflicts and conspiracies. So I just want to commend you and keep on the fight, because we're all struggling right now. But given how far you've come from a kitchen table and doing this in this hotel, in this space, is commendable. So I want to commend you and your team. I also want to say, this has been a very special month for me, because I've done a lot of conferences like this. This month, I was at the National Black Nurses Association Conference. I was at the Society of Latinx Nurses Conference. And now I'm here. And it's very rare that, especially since we operate so much in white spaces, you come to appreciate how your armor falls off when you're in a room with people that look like you. So I just want to commend you all and keep on fighting the good fight, because even though the current president, I'm not going to say his name, is trying to kill DEI, it is up to us to keep it alive. It is up to us to show that this is important. This is something that we all stand on. It's up to us to show that this does not necessarily mean that we're trying to get a hand up. It just means that we want our fair share. So that's why this piece is important. I also want to commend you, because I want you to know that I see you as awesome humans. Every day you heal, you serve, you save, you care, you inspire, and every day you make history.
They say that your ancestorship starts while you're alive. You build your legacy now for when people come after you to see what you've done, and they can add to it and take the baton and keep moving the goalposts and move further. So, and they also say that you don't know you're making history when you're making it. So I want you to see yourselves as history makers. It doesn't require a high title for you to make history. Keep doing what you're doing to continue the good fight and what you are accomplishing in nursing and in society overall. These logos that you see in front of you are some of the spaces that I found myself in as a nurse, that I did not expect to find myself when I first fell into nursing. And I never aspired to be a nurse. I was actually a chief nursing, certified nursing assistant at a nursing home, working with my cousin because she wanted me to do it with her roommates, but I was only going to do it for a month and quit. And then a gentleman who saw me as a lost soul, I was in my early 20s, and I'd been there for 5 months, and I was in the lunchroom and he said, you need to go to the community college because they're offering a free scholarship for people to go into allied health careers. And I told him that this is not a good time. And I kept eating my lunch, it was in the break room. And he came across from me, he was an older man, his name was Calvin. He'd been a certified nursing assistant for years. And he pulled me up out of my seat and pushed me up against the wall and he said, you better not come here tomorrow without the information from the college. I was very embarrassed and I was angry. And I wasn't gonna go to the college. I was working 3 to 11:30. I was taking this year after finishing high school. And then I kept looking at the clock because I had to watch my soap operas because, you know, you're Young and the Restless, As the World Turns, Bold and Beautiful. And I'm trying to watch my soaps before I go into work, and I'm like, I gotta face Calvin, I never went to school. So I drove quickly down to the college in Virginia and said, okay, allied health careers, which one am I gonna get a pamphlet for to show Calvin that I came? And I wanted to do occupational therapy because it looked like a fun job working in a nursing home. They're the happiest people walking around. Easier job compared to some of us that have to turn patients, change, all that. So I said, I'm gonna just get that. Maybe that's something that I'll do, but that line was so long. So then I decided to go to the shortest line, and guess what line that was? Nursing. So I took the information. I was very energized talking to the person at the table, and the rest is history. So I say that to share that, you know, given where I started, to be in spaces where I'm going on Capitol Hill, fighting for nurses, fighting for funding, federal funding for Title VIII, to talk about workplace violence, to talk about the fact that we need to address staffing. Staffing is the #1 issue and continues to be. All the things, our well-being and working with the National Academy of Medicine. Even going to Capital One. And Capital One, yes, that's what's in your wallet, Capital One. That's right. And Capital One, if you didn't know, assembles people in DC every year to talk about healthcare and what can be done in healthcare. They actually are one of the top financiers for healthcare infrastructure. Did you know that? No. There you go. So a lot of people have an interest in healthcare, including Capital One and places like that. I was on the Today Show. I didn't get to go to New York in person. They called us because they wanted someone to talk about staffing, and I'm the lead person for staffing at ANA. And I was actually deployed in Tennessee to do a talk, and they said it was during COVID and everything was virtual. And they said, we want to record you to do this talk, to do this interview on the Today Show about staffing. So I fielded from my room, and you know most hotels, the back of the room is your bed, and I was not gonna have a bed on national TV. So rearranged the room, got artifacts from the hotel lobby, and rearranged the room with Lisa Nguyen, who was the one that interviewed me for that piece, said, oh my gosh, you have the best background, right? So I recorded this, and then they were supposed to release it one day, and it did not air because that was the day they were raiding Mar-a-Lago. So it did not get shown. But 2 weeks later, my phone's blowing up, everyone's calling me, and I'm playing my favorite song and I'm going to work, and I'm trying to get my mind right to go to work. And my mom called me twice, and I said, okay, I hope everything's okay with her. And she said, Katie, we just saw you on TV. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you're on TV, and it's not because you committed a crime. That's an African mother for you. So I say that, all that to say, you never know where you're going to end up when you're a nurse, because we are the most trusted profession. And everybody wants us and wants what we can offer to society. So lean in on that. Never say you're just a nurse. This little girl grew up in the Bronx, New York, and I was 6 years old when I took this picture. The floor that we were on was a floor, we were in subsidized housing, and it was a high-rise building, but it was subsidized housing. In this building, there were a lot of people from other countries, like my parents. My parents are from Sierra Leone. I spent the first 9 years here after I was born, but then my parents decided that they were going to go home. And I'm going to tell you why. On our floor, we had a number of different cultures and people on our floor, from El Salvador, from Mexico, from Ghana, Nigeria. We all knew each other. As a matter of fact, this picture was taken during one of my birthday parties. And when the kids had a birthday party, everyone goes in each other's houses to celebrate birthdays. So we all knew each other. Didn't speak, a lot of our own languages, but we understood each other, we looked out for each other, or so we thought. In the 70s in New York was a time where a lot of mugging was going on, crime was high. And there was no direct deposit. So most people, especially immigrants, carried live cash on Fridays. My dad knew that, and he told my mom, who was very pregnant with my little sister. She was 8 months pregnant. And he said, I can come pick you up because I don't think you're going to be safe. And my mom said, oh, I will be, because I'm pregnant, they won't mess with me. They'll have pity on me. My mom got on the elevator, we lived on the 17th floor. And 2 men got on the elevator with her. And they pulled out a knife and they said, don't look up. If you look up, we're going to kill you. They said, give me your purse, which my mom willingly handed over. And then they said, we're going to get off this elevator. You better not call the police. So they pushed to go to the 20th floor. We were on the 17th floor. They got off on the 20th floor. And then the elevator doors closed and my mom collapsed to the elevator floor. She hit our floor button, the 17th floor, and she crawled out, screaming for help. Now mind you, we all know each other on this floor. We go to each other's birthday parties. And my mom started screaming for help. Now, we heard her, my sister and I, but we were told not to open the door for our own safety. But we could hear our mom, and we were on the end of the hall screaming for help. But what was so sad was the other neighbors, who we thought we had a relationship with, never opened their door. As a matter of fact, my mom can hear them walking up to their door, looking through their peephole, and not opening the door. And that was the day my mom and my dad decided that we're not going to raise our children here. We're going to take them home and raise them, and they can come back when they're older. This place is not safe for us. And like the movie Coming to America, when Eddie Murphy arrived and he had all those trunks, that was us leaving. We had a lot of trunks. My parents maxed out all their credit cards, and I lived in Sierra Leone for 9 years, and I came back as a teen. And I came back and I struggled to be accepted, even though I was supposedly an American. I was born here. But now I'm acculturated. I have some of the cultural tongue. A lot of my fair skin was darker. And all of a sudden, I was being treated as if I was not someone that belonged, which hurt me. I also had issues in Sierra Leone because they saw me as an unruly American. They thought that I carried guns. There was a stampede at sporting events, and they blamed it on me. As a matter of fact, they suspended me without any information. And when my mom went to the school, the principal pulls out this dirty, rusty knife, and she said, "Your daughter paid someone dollar bills to stab me," the principal. So we're suspending her effective immediately. I share this with you because this speaks to the basic need to belong that sometimes is taken from us in an instant. And in every sense, in every space where I thought I would find commonality and family, I struggled. But I'll say today, I've emerged a different person in appreciation of the fact that I treat everyone like family. I don't want my mom or anybody to experience what my mom experienced in every different way, not necessarily with a robbery or anything like that, but the key thing is that we have to do our best to make everyone feel like they belong. And it's very easy for us to make someone feel like they're being othered. Who here grew up in a situation where you were poor and you did not know it because of the love that you have with your family? That was most of my upbringing in New York. So think about some of these basic principles that we've moved away from, that we need to bring back for us to be able to live in better harmony, in harmony together, because some of those things have been lost. I strongly believe that because of the times that we're in, with so much coming at us, it's best to figure out what to call it. Because I do believe if you name something, you can tame it. And I came across this term called polycrisis, which I think aptly describes the times that we're in. What does it mean? It means that sometimes it feels like the world is happening around you. Things are happening to you, versus you actually taking the reins and taking action and moving things the way you should, given the power that we have. And it's important to understand that in spite of all of those things that are happening, and where sometimes it feels like, you know how when your kid goes to school and they look all put together and they come back and they look like they got run over by a truck? That sometimes feels like us sometimes, right? With what we go through every day. Another crisis that they say that we have right now is that we have a human energy crisis. What does that mean? It's kind of like the law of supply and demand. Remember economics? When demand is high and supply is low, what goes up? Price. Similarly, for us as humans, when demand is high and we're not increasing our capacity, the price is also too high. And we have to think about the price that we pay for us to continue to maintain these spaces that we're in. For anatomy, and for a lot of us that are in nursing, shoulders give our arms extraordinary mobility. But shoulders also symbolize strength, responsibility, and the carrying of burden. In scripture, Isaiah 9:6 says, "And the government shall be upon his shoulder." Shoulders represent authority coupled with responsibility. Some things God puts in our hands. Other assignments require our shoulders. Think about what's been placed in your shoulders right now in this season. There's so much that's happening around us that's impacting us in our ability to function. And we wonder why things are happening during this time. But have you thought about sometimes maybe the shaking that we're experiencing, it's setting us up to be unshakable? Are you leaders? Are you mentors? Are you advocates? Are you leaning into your family and community? Are you innovating? Or are you building something that doesn't exist yet? With all the things that we face today, some of us have been broken by our experiences that we don't talk about. Rejection, bias, failed promotions, even the immigration challenges and how it impacts us. Any one of us can be impacted by those processes, even though we have our papers. We have people that are being difficult to work with, our managers, the loss that we experience, the pressures, the disappointment sometimes that we felt as professionals where we get passed up, when we're more than qualified for certain positions. But broken does not mean useless. While we're broken, we still function. While we're broken, we're still fine. But at the same time, please make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Because yes, broken crayons still color. The same way nurses will still function, even though they're not all together in the places that they should be. So think about a broken crayon and how it still possesses its color. And it doesn't mean that you're any less than. Your scars do not cancel your capability or your capacity. And we have to see that with all the things that happen to us, our gifts are still our gifts. Everyone knows that if you buy a pillow or a mattress, there's a tag on it that says if you break it off, it's punishable by law. Have you seen that? Mm-hmm. Do you know anyone that's been arrested for that? But if you had a tag attached to you, this is what I like this tag to say. You are allowed to change the price of what it costs to access you. What does that mean? Think about the fact that you have people that had access to you that did not deserve it. Think about there are people that had access to you that was too easy considering the lack of reciprocity in that relationship. And we're talking personal and professional, right? Think about the fact that there are people that access you with heavy content without checking with you first to find out whether you have the capacity to hold it. So, this is where you should be. This is the time of discernment. The time of being selective of who you surround yourself with and what you take on. Say, I was, I am, and I'll be in complete control over who has access to me, along with what it costs to access me. And while the cost may not be monetary, it certainly includes things like reciprocity, compassion, and loyalty, amongst other things. Shoulders carry more than our own weight. Galatians 6:2, bear ye one another's burdens, and a quote from Cameroonian Proverbs, one hand cannot tie a hundred. Second, not every burden is yours to carry. Yes. Like Taylor Swift says, shake it off. Yes. Being shoulder ready is also love. And I'll explain to you what being shoulder ready is later on. Where loving yourself first is very important while you love others. I listened to a talk by Iyanla Vanzant. Everyone knows who she is, right? She is Oprah. They've made up. They used to fight, but they're back together again. And she said this. She said, I was in a talk of her where she was leading, and someone asked her, what's your best advice during this time for people to be able to manage themselves? Because it's so much going on right now. And her response was something I'll never forget. You know how they say you can never pour from an empty cup? Yes. She gave a different take on that. She said that our role is to do everything to keep our cups filled. You never pour from the cup, you pour from the overflow. You pour from the saucer that's sitting beneath the cup, not from the cup itself, because what's in that cup is yours. That's love. And that's part of our code of ethics as well, where we're supposed to love and care for each other. Duty to self. Your shoulders also have a testimony. You heard me share my story about all the things that I carry and I keep with me. And it's amazing, you heard about the work that we did with the commission. Whereas some of the things that I buried that I thought was something that I owned, that was my fault. Listening to other people's stories, I realized that, no, it wasn't. It's the system. It's the oppressors. It's people that see you and say, you don't belong here, let me put you over there. When I was in nursing school, I always knew that I wanted to be an operating room nurse. And thankfully, one day in my senior year, I saw a paper on the bulletin board that said you can sign up to do an apprenticeship or an internship in the OR. Great. I'm pulling good grades. I thought I had a great shot. I got my sheet for my instructor to sign off, who's my lead instructor, and I thought that I was special because my mom had sheets on my bed that said, to know me is to love me. I go to her and I say, hey, could you sign my sheet? Very innocently, because I thought that she would sign my sheet. And who here has been in a program where most of the people that led that program, your instructors, don't look like you? So here I am in this very white school in Virginia, and I'm not thinking anything of it, I'm just going through my program. But of course, it's amazing how we all connect in these schools and find community with one another. And we feel like we have to connect so we can protect one another. But then over time, you see those numbers dwindle. So I went to this instructor and I said, could you sign my sheet? I would love to be in the OR, and I think this is something that I can do. And she took a step back and looked at me and she said, I'm not going to sign that. And I asked her why. And she said, well, let's just say I don't see you doing that. I carried that for years. And I kept wondering, what is it that I did not show to this person to see me as an OR nurse? Now, eventually I did get someone else to sign a sheet. Another instructor, a white instructor, took pity on me and signed it. But it sat with me for years. It sat on my sternum for years. Why did she not sign my sheet? And it hit me. Years later, when I went to Bowie State, which is an HBCU, hearing other people's stories. And I said, I finally figured out what was wrong with that conversation. She told me she did not see me in that space, but what she did not do was tell me where she saw me. That made me realize what was really going on. And it took me years for me to figure that out. And I'm sure everyone here has a testimony like that. When things come your way, and I know you have your own Barack Obama in this association. Dust your shoulders off. Dust it off and keep it moving. The system wants to keep you in this arrested development. They want anticipatory obedience from you. They're going to be deliberately vague about what you're supposed to do. Because out of fear, you go above and beyond the rules to be in compliance. There's a reason some of the rules are so vague right now. Proceed until apprehended. And when stuff comes your way, which it will, dust your shoulders off and keep it moving. Remember Obama's worst scandal was wearing a tan suit. Pales in comparison to what you see now. So here's what being shoulder ready is. It's about focusing on spiritual preparedness. It's about unity. It's about carrying appropriate burdens. Key focus on appropriate. They say that you should never pray the mountain away. You should pray that you get through. And when you get through, you become stronger, you become battle ready, and you're ready for the next level. So carrying the load is about being willing to share the weight of other people's trials, because this is a community that we should have. That's what you have here with this association. Spiritual unity, which is standing shoulder to shoulder and being planted, using your God-given strength. That's spiritual stamina that you have to build. And alertness and availability, being alert, ready, and responsive. And in other words, keep your head on a swivel. So the declaration that you have to have, by the powers vested in me, listening to my talk, you are now ready to serve, to lead, to learn, to speak up, to collaborate, to innovate, and challenge what must change. You're also ready to preserve what is good, honor culture, embrace science, carry your colleagues when their shoulders become tired. Remember Moses? And who held him up? Aaron. There you go. You are ready to prepare the next generation, build, hope, and heal. And you are ready to help create the healthcare future that our communities here and abroad deserve. So, I love that you celebrate, by the way.
Of course you do. Me too.
You still union.
I know.
Okay. I hereby declare you shoulder ready.
Thank you so much. Please remain standing. A round of applause for Dr. Kiwi. That was deep and inspirational. Would you agree with me? Woo! I'm still trying to digest this. Madam President, do what you do best, huh?
Oh my God, are we shoulder ready?
Yes!
Oh my goodness, Dr. Katie. ACANPUS sure appreciates you. This, I listen, when I listen to you, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like every word, every statement just got right to my bone marrow. Thank you so very much for this awesome talk. And ACANPUS really, really appreciates you. And thank you for being here.
Thank you.
No matter where you go, remember the road that will lead you home.
With a breaking commission. Would you agree with that?
Yes!
So, with that said, I just want to recognize the presence of one of our partners. Ladies and gentlemen, please, may I have your attention. Before they got in, I know the president in her speech did recognize our partnership with some other great organizations, like our Cameroonian Pharmacy Association in the United States. I want to recognize the presence of Dr. Renadine Sega, please. Thank you so much for coming. We appreciate you at healthcare yesterday. You were wonderful with all the equipment, helped us screen those patients, and it was marvelous. And he's not just here by himself, he's also here with Dr. Saul Silvan, who is the DMV coordinator for Comfort USA. Please give them a round of applause. Thank you so much for joining us. And please make yourself comfortable. With that said, DJ, please give us a brief intermission. And before we go into that brief intermission, I want to call to your attention the fact that we as an organization, we have to shoulder some of the responsibilities that comes to us. With that, I mean, we've been doing a lot of stuff in our communities, and we have to continue doing that. It takes a lot of finances. You heard the president, what is she? The president did mention earlier that we kind of like moved one of our in-person conference because we were running short of finances and made it a virtual option. So we had that possibility of pivoting. But in order to prevent that, we have to start thinking 2 steps ahead. We have to start being proactive. So that means that we have to be financially responsible. And with that I mean, we will be raising some funds in a very little short window. So I want to let you guys know that we'll be calling on our outreach committee here in a moment to give us a brief synopsis on what we plan to do. But DJ, please give us a brief intermission. I think this crowd, this great population of professionals would love to have a good time with our keynote speaker for tonight. And Dr. Katie, thank you again so much. We appreciate that.
Don't waste your time tonight. If you know you like dancing like I do, you should be on your toes right now. No matter where you go, remember the road that will lead you home. That will lead you That will lead you
the executive members of ACANPUS, who is the chair of the education committee. That is Dr. Atten. She was here all week, moderated some sessions, was one of our speakers, but due to some other commitment out in GALA, she had to fly out this morning after attending one session. So she sent a very short video that I would love to play. Hopefully, the audiovisual works with me. So
grab my suitcase off the baggage claim rack coming from ACANPUS, Baltimore. I just want to give a shout out to the ESCO team of ACANPUS. This has been an incredible conference, packed with knowledge and meaningful connections. From the speakers, the panelists, the moderators. This has been nothing short of extraordinary. Thank you, ESCO. President Jane Shitty, VP Marino Atapa, Secretary Vicky Ansi, Co-Secretary Royce Mofo, Education Chair Mary Esele, Outreach Team Clarice Nya, and the incredible, indelible, irreplaceable PRO team. CV Mo Agwe, Edith Kake, and of course our speakers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. To our ESCO at large, Sadi Fabwe, Franklin Fu, thank you for the work you put in. For those nurse practitioners from Cameroon origin who are still on the fence, I want to tell you to come aboard. Why? The mission is simple. The vision is audacious. The purpose is clear. But the mandate is we are stronger together. ACANPUS Maryland 2026 Educational Conference was a major hit. Let's do this again. 2027. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. As I wait to grab my student.
Extending thanks. One thing that we've not really mentioned or acknowledged is the fact that we're in Baltimore, Maryland. And we cannot go without thanking all nurse practitioners out of this beautiful city that, or those who are hosting us. Please, if you are from Baltimore and you're here tonight, the President spoke about challenges. But you found that you are here tonight to welcome us, to make sure that we celebrate and expand, explore our new rules. If you're from Baltimore, if you're from Maryland, or with TMB, please stand up. We need to give you a round of applause. Thank you, Doctor. Thank you so much. Now, during the annual general meeting, you heard the challenge. Our next step is, and this doesn't just go to the Maryland or DMV folks. Our next step is to hold another APs in and bring them along. Not one, bring two. And let the two bring another two. That's how we are going to build and we're going to grow stronger. When the President gave her speech tonight, I'm going to put it in for a little bit because that wipe was off. Now it's party. We're gathering tonight. When she gave her speech, she mentioned some 4 visionary points. Scholarships, mentorship, partnership, and of course, she's envisioning a new pipeline of leaders. We're all leaders, but when she talks about pipeline, we're going through that pipeline for ACANPUS leadership. So ladies and gentlemen, let's take this vision serious, but it takes all of us to really make sure this vision comes to realization. And with that said, I would love to call on, is Dr. Nya here? We have a lot of outreach that we do, Yesterday was a very successful event. We went out to some neighborhood, I don't know where, but I was thrilled, I was happy to see somebody ask a question, am I okay?
They're walking healthy. They're healthy, yes, but they don't even know what their blood pressure is. Who remember the lady that had blood pressure 201?
I do.
Walking around like nothing's happening. These are the things that we do, and I want to really give it up for Comfort. Thank you so much. When you partner across state lines, I think that was negotiated even from Texas. When you partner out of state lines, this is the impact that the community gets. This was an all-Hispanic community that we were even struggling with translation. And Dr. Nia was there, speaking Spanish like she lived in Mexico. And we really want to say that these things don't just happen. We do them for a purpose. We are called for this. We are passionate professionals. We want to make sure that the next person is healthy. We might not impact immediately, but the little that you do would create that impact ripple down in the communities. Dr. Nia, she's our chair of our outreach community, and she's going to be speaking about some things that we do and how we're going to get them accomplished. Thank you.
Thank you so much. No music for me? Hey.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's what I know how to do best.
Answer shall be given.
That's right.
Yes. So I am Dr. Clarice Nia. I am the chair committee of ACANPUS, and I am honored to be the one to present this evening here, an opportunity for us to give. So I've been a chair for ACANPUS, I think, since 2024, the last election. And I am the CEO of about 4 companies. But there is one thing that is my philanthropic job. That means it's something that I carry in me. It's the passion for the underserved. I practice an underserved area, and it's something that I don't take it lightly. It's so important for me, and that's why I decided I accepted to serve ACANPUS in this position. So now, after saying that, I just want tonight, I'm asking you guys to help us bring better care closer to underserved communities. We have started in the United States for the last 1.5 years. We have already conducted about 4 outreach, I believe so, 4. One of them was we fed the homeless, and we get some pamphlet and educated on, preventative health. And then after that, we did a blood pressure drive in California. The first one was in Arizona, the second one was in California, and the third one in Dallas. And yesterday we did our 4th one right here in Baltimore. So, being originally from Cameroon, where healthcare is something that is not seen as, it's not accessible as everywhere else. Already in America, we see underserved population as well, but in Cameroon, it's like an epidemic because of the lack of information, the lack of the training, the lack of healthcare workers, and the lack of resources. So, hypertension and diabetes, that's the major challenge that we have. We have chosen to address, and we chose 3 facilities in Cameroon who are already doing some work over there. We didn't want to just do a mission and go and tell people that they have high blood pressure and leave, but we wanted to work with people there, connect with people, and give them the tools that they need so that they can continue to work and take care of the people.
So, I'm going to share some little statistic with you guys. I don't want to be too long because I have some envelope on the table. Did you guys see some envelope on the table, please?
Yes.
Please start writing your names, your addresses,
Your checks.
your checks,
Your cash.
and your cash. Zelle is the best way. Simple is ACANPUS. Okay, please. Just be ready because we want those envelopes filled. Because we're gonna send you, you can do that with IRS. So we need your name, your address, so that we can be able to send you the receipt, please. So let me share some statistics here. In Cameroon, only about 8% out of 2.9 million adults in Cameroon that live with blood pressure, 8% have it under control. And this is from WHO 2025. And for diabetes, 774,000 people live with diabetes in Cameroon, and 73% may not even know that they have it. And this is alarming. I remember back then I saw some video online. Somebody was having a heart attack. People were standing there filming and laughing, didn't know what to do. So education is a big one. And then we want to support blood pressure monitoring and maybe like some point of care testing in those centers that we selected. One is in Southwest, another one is in somewhere in Womb, all the way in Bamenda. In a village, yeah. And then another one I think in Northern Cameroon. So please, we just want to raise like $15,000 this evening. And this money is going to help us provide those centers with the tools that they need, like blood pressure machine, blood sugar machine, possible PSA machine to be able to detect. We have somebody that told us about PSA, the prostate cancer. But back home, they are dying of that. I mean, the prostate, they don't even know that it's cancer. And they think that is a witchcraft. So, we need to help those centers. They're already doing some work. I have some video, because this evening is we don't have time. I could have projected some video from back home for you to see, okay? So, I'm not asking each one of you to donate 15,000, okay? No.
But if you have,
I'm just trying to say that $25, $50, $100, $500, $1,000, $15,000, $30,000, even $100,000. Why not? You guys are nurse practitioners. You are not mid-level, okay? So you have the money, and you have and you have everything. So I'm waiting for you guys. I put some envelope on the table. Please fill them out. I'm gonna start calling names. Please don't let me call your name. Just start, letting me know what you have for this thing so that we can get it going. We are taking care to home. This is a mother, this is a father, this is a brother, this is a sister, this is even your child that we're about to go help in Cameroon. Please help me. Thank you so much. And then before I finish, please, I heard about a lot of leadership. I'm a servant leadership. I'm a servant leader, So, on behalf of Niva Incorporation LLC, one of my companies, I'm going to donate $500.
Please give it up for Dr. Nia. You don't make a pitch without throwing the ball. Thank you so much.
I forgot about my colleague. They are not here because I don't work in ACANPUS in the RH committee by myself. I have Dr. C that is not here tonight. She sent a donation of $100. I have a Dr. Stell from Dallas. She also sent a donation of $100. It's already with me. And thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Dr. Ja, please give it up for her. Honestly speaking, in baseball, you don't throw, you don't make a pitch without shooting the ball. She made the pitch and she shot the ball. So who's going to catch it next? And I am not in the business, or we are not in the business of a traditional fundraiser where we call names. However, again, she mentioned something, I don't know if you captured that. And before I proceed, ACANPUS executive, did somebody capture those 3 pledges? I think you have 3.
I did. I have them here.
Thank you so much, I appreciate that. 15,000 is a little steep of a hill to climb. Now you may ask me or any of the executive, how did we get to this number? Feasibility studies were done. They look at equipment, shipment from other countries internationally and from the United States. And they did pretty much select these facilities out in Cameroon, contacted people. So they invested some time to make sure that this is something that can be done. And this is how it's going to cost us coming from Asia, from the United States, or from Europe. So this number is not some number that was just thrown out there. It's a number that reflected business, a well-thought in business project. So, ladies and gentlemen, if your heart don't touch you, if you don't know how those envelopes look like because your table is busy with thank you bags that are black, it looks like this. I'm pulling this out of my pocket. And I'm not going to put this back in my pocket without donating something myself. But with that said, I think the president of Cameroon Pharmacy Association wanted to say something. I said, we're not in the business of single out or singly calling names out, but if it does, listen, you want to say something, let me call on Dr. Renadine Siagat and Dr. Sob Sivian to say something. These are our partners, okay? They helped us with our health career yesterday, or career fair yesterday. So they're not just coming, we continue partnership. We initiate partnership and we continue partnership. So thank you so much for coming again, and you have the mic.
Thank you so much. Are there some nurse practitioners in the room?
Yes.
I'm hard hearing. So if you want me to hear, you have to do some more. Very good. Thank you. I'm Dr. Sylvain Valer Sop. I'm the regional coordinator of Maryland, DC, and Virginia. So I have a very big chapter that I'm coordinating in terms of CANFA. I don't want to talk too much about CANFA because the president is with me here. You know, when the president is in your territory, your responsibilities are bigger. And specifically for 2026, and that is where I want to dive a little more, I'm the chair of the Convention Planning Committee for CANFA 2026. It's happening in Maryland. It's going to be October 8th through 11th of 2026. So you are all already invited, right? I'm a very visual person. If I don't see your face, I see you in the street the next day, I'm going to ask you where you went. Also, I already have the pleasure of the president that she's going to be here, and we are also going to have a gala evening like this one. I think it's Martin's Crosswing. For those who are in the DMV area, I think you know that room, Martin Crosswing in Greenbelts. That's where we're going to have our gala. The convention itself, activity is going to happen in Holiday Inn in Jessup, for those who know. And I believe I follow the activity of campus very closely. Yesterday I was supposed to be at the event there, but unfortunately, you guys know, always work conflict. When I left work, I ran home, I took my gears, I put the GPS, it was showing me 1 hour and 45 minutes. I look at the clock, and I realized that I'll getting there by 6:30. I'm like, okay, don't be worried about it. I knew I had the opportunity to say hello this evening, and that's what I'm doing. That being said, I'm going to let the president take his the floor. Thanks.
Thank you, Dr. Sok, and good afternoon and good evening, everybody again. It was a pleasure working with you guys yesterday for the healthcare event, and the president and I agree that we have a lot to offer to the community. We, as the Cameroonian Pharmacists Association, we have a lot to work with you guys as a nurse practitioners as well to serve the community that we hold dear to our, our heart. And then that's true here in the US, it's also true back home. I think Dr. Katie, thank you so much for that great speech tonight. It was very inspiring. I came right on time, and I kind of like, I hope I was there to listen to that. It was great, thank you so much. And you mentioned something so important as far as the shoulder, and more importantly, that Cameroonian, little adage we said, you cannot tie that bundle with one hand, right? That's why we are here tonight, because we understand that ACANPUS cannot just hold that big project that they have back home in Cameroon by themselves. And we are here tonight to support them as well. And in the name of the Cameroonian Pharmacists Association, we are going to give a donation of $1,000. And on top of that, I'll give you the information about how we're going to send the money out. Then on top of that, like some of you guys may know, when we started working on this project for the health fair that we did yesterday, I'm also the president of another organization called the Global Community Health Driving. It's a non-profit as well. And we do outreach exactly the way that we did yesterday, and we partner with a lot of organizations for that. Now, in the name of that Global Community Health Driving, I'm also going to give a donation of $200. Yeah, with that being said, I also want to close by saying that I'm so inspired by this relationship that we both realize that our organization needs. And I would say there are more to come. But this will not happen without your help, all of you guys. Because as leaders, we understand the challenge that it is to lead organizations like our organizations, because if you as a members are not doing a little bit to support us, it will be very hard for us to accomplish all those great things. And I can tell you, the vision that we have for this partnership is way beyond what you guys are seeing for this convention. It's even bigger than that, even including, partnering to do some great project in Cameroon. And then I'm just hoping that you as a members, you can, follow us and trust us about where we are bringing you with this type of partnership, because, it's hard for only one group or one single person to do it, but as a group, I'm sure that we can accomplish a lot. So I'm hoping that you as members and leaders for ACANPUS are going to be supporting CANFA USA as well, because we have similar projects, but we can also join forces to have a more bigger impact here in the US and then in Cameroon as well, including other part of the world where we see fit to the mission and the vision that we all have, because we are here for a reason. And I'm hoping that all of us can do our little part to bring this forward. And we can promise you as leaders that we are going to bring this to the next level. Okay? And thank you so much for having us tonight.
Thank you so much, and please give it up for their generosity. And please, it's only one person clapping. Come on now. I just want to thank you and the DMV area for all your support and partnership that we're going to continue to foster. So with that said, our keynote tonight was to shoulder each other. And this is what shouldering each other means or looks like. If you feel the need if you feel the need to come up here and get this mic and donate out of your volunteering heart, out of your passion for this organization, for us to do things, please do so. We don't have a list. We don't want to have a list. But I want to take this moment to acknowledge one of our very own that helped us facilitate this great conference. The president mentioned, she did contacts for up to 99% of all our speakers this week. And it pleases me to let you know that Dr. Anya Tabo, who is pretty much representing Capital Multi-Health Group, is donating the sum of $500. Please give it up for Dr. Tabo. Thank you, Mr. DJ. What a moment. Thank you so much. We all have sorrow, but one. If we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on. I realized a trend. When Dr. Nya threw that first speech, she followed through with her other two colleagues that supported her. And
my market always pass.
oh. So she followed through with her two colleagues that also supported. Now, Dr. Anya Tabo here, who is a very strategic advisor for this ACANPUS organization, her company donated $500. That is her company. Now, mind you, each donation that you make here tonight, ACANPUS has an IRS 501c3 status for you to write this off your business. Yes, we can. And it will reduce your taxable income. We have that status to give you the receipt for that. Because we're donating this for outreach. So Dr. Anya Tabo, beside her company, she herself as a strategic advisor for ACANPUS, is donating $500, making a total of $1,000. Please give it up for her. Oh yes. Thank you, Dr. Anya. Please come. We didn't see you. We didn't see you. Come here. Thank you. Yes, our pleasure. With that said, Mr. DJ, can you go back to that song that I asked you to hold on to? If you can play it for me. I know the chair lady gave me a very short time to do this. You don't want me like 3 times. But as a project manager, I told you guys earlier that I'm the custodian of time, irrespective of the fact that I'm the host tonight. We had an awesome keynote speaker this morning. And tonight, we heard an emotional, passionate story from our keynote speaker tonight, Dr. Katie Boston Leary, gave us a very strong message about leaning on somebody. Let his shoulders carry you. She acknowledged that you have your own Obama that can drop stuff off. I don't think it's that guy, but Dr. Leary, please. We want to hear from you. They whispered in my ear. That showed their message. Let it carry us tonight. Tell them what you're doing, please. You need to just slow down a little bit, thank you.
On behalf of the American Nurses Association and the American Nurses Credentialing Center, we're going to donate $500.
Wow! By the way, you guys had the money, right? Did you hear the perk that came behind that? Hold on, DJ. Did you hear the perk that came behind the $500?
No.
ANA. We know the power. Do you know who is credentialed here through American Nurses Credentialing Center? If you have not sent a LinkedIn lady
welcome Dr. Boston. Please do so now because I said it 10 minutes ago. She accepted instantly. We will talk after. If you understand what I mean. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. And I have an envelope just came by me here. I am an MC. I am not good at raising money. But apparently it looks like I am doing it now.
It looks like you need help, but you don't have the skills.
So, Mr. Etienne came back, one of my very beautiful or handsome brothers that we started at campus. Some 2019, I think you were with me in Ohio when we did the lunch. So we appreciate the fact that you've been around us and you've been hanging out with us, and you and your beautiful wife coming all the way from New Jersey is donating, and I think you send your money by Zelle. We appreciate you. We receive your envelope. Thank you so much for that. That's an ACANPUS registered member. He's an ACANPUS registered member, but he's giving his one donation.
She don't feel like struggling to get money. I've been trying my best to do somebody, cause I'm really the man. This girl will make me higher. I'm a beauty, baby. You never believe this girl will die.
I am not sure if I'm ready for doing announcements. So we heard a testimony when we had the annual general meeting sometime this afternoon. The president asked a very touching question. What do you, and what do you want us to do next? How can we make a campus better? And when that microphone went on the floor, the General Assembly, we heard testimonies upon testimonies. New members joining because people brought them in. One of those testimonies, Madam Anita, was it Anna? Bide. Madam Anna Bide gave a very solemn testimony how she found herself here today. And she is making a donation as well, in the sum of $100. Please give it up for her. She just came. Give it up for her. She just joined us. It was through just a simple invitation. And she is donating to this cause. Again, this money is going.
Bought my tickets, everything.
Thank you so much. And you are very honored. We're honored to have you as well.
And this is my
Now this lady, this wonderful lady, when I look around the hall, it was last minute. I don't know why I get all these testimonies. It's like I've been fed through them. So I just want to, if you have a ticket, please get your drink. The bar is closing.
Anybody needs a ticket?
If you need a ticket, just get your last round while we do the next announcement.
Go get your drink from the bar. It's closing.
Yes. Accountability purposes, so we keep track of the finances. I want to acknowledge here Mr. and Mrs. Fru, all the way from North Dakota, and I think it's our first time attending ACANPUS as well. Where is she, Anita? Is selling us $200. Is she somewhere in the hall? Please give up for Anita Fru. Oh, she's right at the bar. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Thank you. And Dr. Atabong did a great job putting this together on our speakers, and I want to tie this next donor because they are like sisters, I believe. I received an envelope here from Dr. Assaultian husband, Mr. Pascal. Is it Atemke? On behalf of Access Health and Wellness, they donate, Wellness Medical, they donating the sum of $500. Please give it up to Dr. Assaultian and husband, and of course, their business. So when we come here,
So when we got here, we acknowledged all our sponsors and of course vendors as well. When we got here Wednesday night, we're trying to get things set up to get ready for the conference on Thursday morning. Dr. Linda Logan called from New Jersey. She's an author. She called that I have my books, I need to be there. They've been telling me about ACANPUS, I want to come here. And she's like, what do I need to do? And an emergency executive meeting was consulted. Decisions were made. She did not question the decision. She said, I'll be there tomorrow. She honored her vendor request. And today, Dr. Linda Logan, author, she's been selling some books throughout the week, is donating the sum of $500. This is Dr. Linda Logan from New Jersey. She's the best lady. She's the best lady.
Thank you so much. I'm honored to be here today with amazing individuals, smart, talented, driven. Thank you so much for allowing me to talk today. I known about this organization just 2 months ago. My friend Rachel, she's on her way here, told me about the organization. I didn't know much about it, but because of her, I'm here in person to witness. And 3 days ago, I said I want to come here and sell my book. And I spoke to Marie Noel. In like a few seconds, she told me what to do and to allow me to be here and talk about my book. So thank you for the speaker today. Thank you so much. It was amazing. Your message went straight to my heart. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Logan. Please give it up for her. Like she said, within seconds, the decision was made. Like I mentioned, it was a quick emergency meeting. What are we doing? Last minute vendor request. So that was honored. In as much as talk about, I spoke about testimonials of people hearing this convention in Baltimore. There was another testimony this afternoon from Ms. Ethel Elad, who said she wished she knew a long time ago because of our presence not being online. But we said we're going to do better. You gave us a strategy. That's part of the plan. Today you are donating or you're pledging the sum of $250,000 francs. Please give it up for Ms. Ethel. What did I say, friends? These are fellow MPs, mind you. Thank you so much, Ms. Ethel. Yes. When you are within your own organization and you want to foster the movement, you want to foster the vision, these are the things that you do. Let me at this point in time call on the law offices of, I don't know if I should say barrister, attorney, but I see law offices. Law offices of Fogum and Associates LLC. I think they know that name.
Where are they? We want to see them. Right here.
Oh, okay. Here he comes. I have your numbers, but let me proclaim your numbers. Barrister or the attorney, I don't know which one.
They're all the work.
Nomenclature, I don't know the law, but it's okay.
Thank you. Greetings to everybody. I'm really pleased to be here. That's my better half there who has been telling me the great job that you all are doing. On this course, I hear every evening. You want to be part of this. So I'm really pleased to be here. I just want to support. So I will pledge $300.
Thank you.
Please give it up for Barrister here. Thank you so much. $300. When you pledge, Madam wasn't here. Now Madam want to pledge, you want to come?
This is a trap.
I know, right?
You can play something that I really don't want to play.
On behalf of the Maryland or DMV or DDMV nurse practitioners, are we ready to take this thing to the next step? Yes. Are we going to work together? Yes. Are we ready? Yes. Because I can attest to what this executive did. I have been trailing them for the past 3 years, as they said, and hesitating, pushing behind, but I can tell you from the bottom of my heart, what these people did for us to be here today is unbelievable. At one point I was so scared that it was not going to happen, but by the doing of our Lord and the onboarding of Dr. Annie, everything fell in place as if we were just waiting for this moment. So you have an impact for this thing to happen today, and we very much appreciate every one of you that made it here, and for our speakers, God bless you all. We love you all. We will forever remember this day and this conference that we had, DC or DMV 2026. We promise you that the next time you guys come to DMV area, it will be beyond what we are seeing. On behalf of that, I will support my husband's company with $200.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Lillian. So, we're really pleased to have this motivation, people coming into the name. So, again, I've been notified if you have a ticket at hand, please, it's going to go to waste when they're back. Just get it and start with each other. When they're gone, they're gone. So with this said, right, we talked about partnership, and our partnership it's not just any with Cameroonians. I have here with us some distinguished guests as well. They used to be the Ghanaian Nurses Association, but their name has really changed because of the growth that they've seen within time. The African Diaspora Nursing Alliance, from Ghanaian origin, sitting on that table. I can see a dashiki on that table. So I know one of our speakers, Dr. Atapong, she mentioned she was in Ghana. So those are some of the partnerships that we extend for nursing purposes. And she mentioned you, 3 organizations. So I want to let this assembly hear at least from our international partners. Can somebody from the African Diaspora Nursing Alliance speak?
Spreading my word out and say, I'll be doing this for a while, searching a better place for my life, cause where I'm from, no rest. All we had was nothing. Say I was zero and blessings, but I had blood in my hands, fire on my hands, survival plans pull my head. I was getting tired, but you make me wanna try again. And she said, if you see the light, remember that I was with you when you were lost.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, good evening, good evening. We are so glad to see so many beautiful people here. And we are so glad to also be in our midst. So as the MC mentioned, we are African Diaspora Nursing Alliance, also known as Ghanaian Diaspora Nursing Alliance. And our purpose is to help advance nursing across Africa and to improve health outcomes. As you said earlier on, one of your colleagues actually joined us in Ghana, and I'm sure she might have said the kind of stuff that we're doing in Ghana, and we're hoping to roll this out to the rest of Africa. And coming January, we're actually training midwives from across Africa on the use of portable ultrasound devices to be able to screen maternal patients, right? Because we all know about maternal mortality in Africa. And one of the things that we're doing as an organization to try to prevent that. So we're trying to screen, pregnant women coming in with cardiomyopathy, right? We know that even here, it's a big challenge, let alone Africa. And what we're doing is we're training these midwives in the remote areas of Africa to be able to screen these pregnant women. And if they detect any deficiencies or any pathologies, then they'll be able to refer these patients to tertiary institutions where they can prevent further deterioration. So we are here to actually support you, and what we're looking forward to is to work in collaboration as well with you. So we're inviting everybody here. So this year we had one of you joining us. Next year we want 50 of you to join us in Ghana. Amen, 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 amen. Yeah. So we are here to support your cause, and in doing so, we want to donate $500.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Go ahead and challenge. Miss Ali, if you're ready, please, Miss Ali, come on. And you guys heard the challenge, right? We have one of ours went to Ghana to do some outreach because we want to improve healthcare outcomes. So this is the international partnership and networking that we want to technicalize out in. And I have one more envelope here with me. Please, if you do so, if you don't want to place in the envelope, please, you can scan that barcode on the screen. It goes to a Zelle. ACANPUS is going to take care of it, and you are going to have your receipt. So Ms. Aline Kwate, also one of the new members. Is Aline here? She's one of the new members that just got onto ACANPUS this year, and she's donating to us. She just went on behalf of the organization, I believe, right?
Yes.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Aline.
Yes. So I'm so happy to be here. I found the association like 3 years ago online. So I was just like, what's happening? Am I the only nurse practitioner in the US or what? So I went online and I Googled to see nurse practitioner from Cameroon. And I found the association. When I found the association, I called Marie Noel. So I talked with her, and since that day I've been a member. I came to the conference and I'm very, very, very impressed. And I want to appreciate all the expo, all the people who work for that. I'm impressed. I'm not a leader at all, so I want you guys to train me to be a leader. So, talking about outreach, I always wanted to do something for the community, and I was already doing drives for blood pressures for free at the churches and everything. But I was doing it just by myself. Sometimes I look crazy, I don't have no... So I'm very happy to join the group. And also, being passionate about, because I'm a kidney nurse practitioner, I manage dialysis and high blood pressure. So in Cameroon, we know what it is in Cameroon to get dialysis.
Very difficult.
Very difficult. So I'm already part of this association called Association des Amis du Continent. It's made of some nephrologists from Europe. So last year we were in Cameroon, in northern Cameroon, in Gaoundéré, just over there to help people to get dialysis. So we were trying to help them. The health insurance is not like here. So we were trying to pay for them, but it's still hard. Next year we have a project, we will be in Hôpital Général de Bafoussam, so for dialysis patients. So for myself, not for the association, because they don't know, I will talk to them about all of that. And I'm giving $150.
Thank you so much, Aline. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. I promise you we're going to have some dance time. Dr. Tabong, you were one of our first, not one of, you were the first speaker. You wowed this crowd to start off with. And because of you, your network and collaboration internationally, the whole Ghanaian Alliance community of Nursing is here. We would love to hear from you how you do these things, how you got all these speakers. Wonderful thing. I mean, it's all strategy, right? You don't have to reinvent the wheel. If it's working somewhere, you pick it up and you move. So let us hear from you if you do not mind. Please keep it short. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm back again. Let me just first of all thank Dr. Katie Boston-Leary. She is so phenomenal. If you were able to capture some of those words.
Shake it up.
Yes. It shall definitely impact you in one way or the other. And she shared earlier the rooms that she's been in, and they're quite massive. And compared to them, in terms of numbers, we're not as big. But Dr. Boston-Leary always answers the call. She doesn't care about status, big or small. She's always about her people. And that is a reflection of how we should also be as Africans in the diaspora. So Dr. Katie, thank you. To the Ghanaian Diaspora Nursing Alliance. This is a complete example of what support and collaboration looks like. Because they decided to come in the last 24 hours. They were like, hey, I mean, you have a Cameroonian Nurses Association thing going on, and we have something going on too, and you didn't tell us, and we're having events on the same weekend? Well, ours ends early. We're going to come to your gala and support. Now, us Cameroonians who are here, have you seen or done such a thing with another African organization?
Question.
We need to be more diligent. We need to pay attention. Because that's how we get in the room and that's how we raise the funds. You cannot work in silos and you cannot just focus on your immediate families and friends. You have to extend it. Dr. Yvonne Commodore-Mensah and Dr. Matilda, thank you. I thank you so much. Sometimes Dr. Yvonne pops up and I'm at an event that I'm speaking at and she's like, oh, I saw it on a flyer on LinkedIn, I'm here to support. And I'm like, oh my God, she's such a sister. I went to Ghana to support her cause as well. It's tit for tat, it's a two-lane street. We all need to emulate that if we're going to grow. It's so important. All of you are quick to go to APNA, AAMP, ANA. Yes, you buy tickets for $1,000. Yeah, because those event fees are no joke. You will fly to California and spend another $800 ticket and book another hotel for $1,000. But then you're in this very near line and you can't spend $200 for a ticket, drive 5 miles to support your own people. Do better. We must do better. We must invest in your own. It is so important. We have so much quality. We're so intelligent. We're so capable. Capable more than even our colleagues that do not look like us. We're very, very much. No, because a lot of times we have stories where they try us, but we're just here to work together and take care of our patients. Nobody is looking at skin color. I'm looking at patient outcomes. I'm looking at my loved ones. I'm looking at yours because you never know who's going to walk through those doors. So please, make we do better. Let us hold each other's hand. Let us love on one another. To my Ghanaians, thank you for supporting. We don't flop one table, give me money. I'm saying it today. Amen? Amen. Thank you.
Dr. I need to give you a, you are awesome. She's a fire spirit, like a dragon, believe me or not. Madam Sylvia,
yes.
You have something for us, please.
So one of our sponsors could not be here, Kitchen Near You. So one of the co-owners, Ason Jukang, he was very gracious to open up one of his businesses, Kitchen Near You. We had karaoke and good food, during which he offered us 30% of everything we ate at his establishment. He just texted and said he couldn't be here with us, but he was gracious enough to support our cause with $500.
Thank you. And before that $500 pledge, I think the barometer, I know barometer measures pressure, I don't know what measures dollars. However, I think if we're looking at the mathematics, somebody is keeping tab. We are almost at $7,000. We are almost at 50% of our target goal. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for yourselves. And when I say that, I mean it because I look at numbers. Numbers drive decision making. And it helps us redirect, refocus where we want to go. With that said, I want to welcome one of my brothers. When I say brothers, I mean brothers out in Dallas, Texas. He's an entrepreneur, a psychiatric health provider out in Oklahoma, even though he lives in Dallas. Consultant, Mr. Ambeson Ambe. This is money heavy. Please give it up for Mr. Ambeson Ambe, the sum of $1,000.
This is just the tip of the iceberg. We're waiting everybody to come to Dallas next year. So that was just my widow's mind.
Amen.
Please give it up for the time. Listen, one more time. Ladies and gentlemen, I do think that as your pilot tonight, as a custodian of your time tonight, I do think that I have pretty much been respectful of what I was given by the chair lady of this great gala night tonight. Are you ready to get off your chair and dance? What are we doing? Before we falter, we have regulation and compliance, right? You did not pay money just to come here. We progressed from CMEs or CAUs of 5.7 in Dallas to now 17.5 in Baltimore, and then next, I don't know what. So please make sure you follow CB to get your CMEs for today's activities. I think we had some technical glitches at the end before we wrapped up. Mind you, there's representation from the ANA in the house, so yeah. She's watching. And NCC too. So, get your CNAs or CEUs as you attended. If you do not attend, please do not scan. We follow up, we have signing sheets. So, scan, do your review, and then you get that sent to your email. If you can go on to that, where's my phone? I need to. I attended all sessions today. I'm not a paid MC, I'm an ACANPUS member. You, for everybody, our guests, everybody from Camfra, from Ghana, even our own nurse practitioners here in the Baltimore area, we hope that you will fly out to Dallas to meet us. I can guarantee you, I'm from Dallas. When I come to just come to Dallas next year. Please, we'll give it to you. Everything in Texas is big. Yes, it is big. So please make sure, get your ticket. You don't have to pay for it. Go to your job, use it as a professional development, use it as a CAD credit, book your ticket, book your hotel, pay your registration, and of course your conference fee. That is how I'm here. That on this road because I have to consult wifey. I'm not going to do something like that. The wife has to know too. So with that said, DJ, take it all the way. Thank you.
sometimes it feels like the world is happening around. Things are happening to you. Versus you actually taking the reins and taking action and give it the power that you have. And it's important to understand that in spite of all of those things that are happening, and where sometimes it feels like, you know how when the kid goes to school and they look all put together and they come back and they look like they got no life.
God is opening for me. Oh, blessing over every door. God is open for me. Bless me, Lord. Speak blessing. I speak blessing over everything connected to me. I speak blessed. It's on my life.
I hereby
It's on my
burn you, shoulder bed.